So I am getting real hot and heavy in this, fight camp deal thing. And we're going like nonstop, right? Training all over Arizona, as a matter of fact. Like, not even just Tucson where I reside, but Arizona. And the one thing that you can count on for sure if you're gonna, fight, is that you're gonna get your ass kicked on the daily. It doesn't matter where you go. Doesn't matter where, who you're going against. You're gonna get your ass kicked. You're gonna take some lickings. Look at my nose. It's wider now. You know what I mean? So I'm not sad about it, not embarrassed about it, kind of proud of it. You know what I mean? It shows that I'm putting into work. Yes, I'm not, some great MMA fighter. Let's be real. But, we're going to get in there and we're going to do it anyway. If you don't know my story or the backstory of why I'm competing, it was like summer of 2012. Like spring to summer of 2012. I competed twice. I was young. I was like, yeah, let's go. Got into MMA, and it was something that we did as a family. We watched as a family. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I could do that. If you really want to know the backstory, I'll do a separate video on that. But just thought I could do it, and jumped in there, signed my own fights. And I went in there mostly confident for the first one and not so confident for the second one. Both matches ended relatively quickly. And in the beginning, I had told myself 3, and I only got 2. Life took me in a different direction, etc., as life does. And then, I decided, hey, fuck it. You know what? I'm getting older. I was actually sitting on the couch with a boot on my left foot because I broke it again. And I just looked at my wife and I said, hey, look, I know you don't want me to, but I'm going to fight one more time. I don't really care, what you say, how you feel about it. Kind of dickish if you think about it. But you know what? She just looked at me and she said, okay, if that's what you want to do. And so here we are. You know what I mean? We're less than 30 days away. Just checked my weight right now, 158. The fight is taking place at 155 pounds. So that means I've got 2 pounds, well, 2.4. Let's be real. 2.4 pounds. Yeah, that's cake. In 4 weeks. Come on. But the weight hasn't been coming off easy. I've been having to put in the work. And I have been. I got a funky situation as far as like opponents go, right? I'm fighting Jeffrey Isham, who's we both have losing records. So neither of us have collected a dub yet, but he possesses a lot of the skills that was my downfall, if I'm making sense at all. So my first 2 fights, guys came forward and they were pressure fighters. That's what Jeffrey Isham is. Jeffrey Isham's a pressure fighter. He likes to come forward. And he's nonstop. You know what I mean? You literally have to hurt him or take him down to get him out of your face, which is something I'm looking forward to facing, given the fact that, my first 2 fights they didn't play out that way because I didn't move. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, but I didn't train either. Let's be real. My first 2 fights, I literally just got in shape. It showed. It really showed. This time, I'm taking it very seriously because Isham's been around for a long time. Okay, he's got, a lot of MMA fights, a lot of kickboxing fights, Muay Thai, all that stuff. So, he's got a lot more experience than I do. And he's fought recently, you know what I mean? So, that means that he's still in shape. That means he's still going to come to win, obviously. Nobody's coming to lose. But, I'm looking forward to, everything that he throws at me. And everything that I could throw back. I mean, it's been tough. It's been tough. Yesterday over at sparring at my main gym, Dominate, uh, I got my ass beat. Let's be real. It was not super fun because sparring is generally my favorite day, but I had an off day and everybody took. I don't want to say they took advantage of it, but all of their skills translated very well against me. Let's just put it that way. And then today, I was over at Undisputed with Michael. Got in a real quick workout, but I'll tell you what, the dude had me gassed. You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate all of these gyms. Warriors Guild, Bridge City Combat. Hoping to go to 10th Planet tomorrow. I mean, I'm looking at Siege in, hopefully this weekend, maybe if I can get the wife to agree. And Flagstaff, we're going to be training up with Mike Kennedy at his new gym. So the love has been felt for sure. I know that typically commentators don't really do this kind of thing, but I can't commentate fights and not have real life experience in the cage that is relevant to today. It's 12 years ago is not relevant. It's 11, sorry, but it's not relevant. It's and I was a guy that didn't have a training camp, didn't have training partners, didn't have a gym, and now I'm doing all that, and it's been awesome. It's been very cool to train with all of the gyms, all of the fighters. I've called all these guys fights, and it's ridiculous the talent here in Arizona, because that's like my baby, right? I'll cover other states and stuff, but I'm from Arizona, born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. So, my that's my deal, that's my spiel, that's my thing, is Arizona MMA. So, doing this and having the support of the entire community has been pretty awesome. Like, whether if you like me, cool. If you don't like me, like, cool. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about the hate or any of that. But it's been tough. Oh my goodness! It's like you get out of work and you go train, and then you go home and then you sleep, and then you get out of work and it's a vicious cycle. And this is what fighters really go through. Like, holy shit. How do you not have respect for, even guys that have never won or 1-3? Some of those guys are killers. Some of those guys are savages. But I just don't get how do you not respect somebody who's doing this? You know what I mean? Whether it's MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, any combat sport, this is a tough game. And I'm looking forward to being on the other side of, what I normally do. Normally, I'm calling fights and interviewing fighters and stuff, and I'm still doing that. As long as I don't have to take a ride in the Ambalam, I'll be right there cage side calling fights as soon as I'm done. Looking forward to that, actually, because that'd be pretty sweet. Not a lot of people have been able to do that, so it'd be pretty awesome to get to do that. You see my eyes all right? But yeah, so just kind of wanted to give you guys a little insight on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I'm doing this for me, right? Nobody told me, hey, Steve, you have to fight again. Obviously, there are, a lot of pros for what I do, right? Commentary. I know what these guys are going through. I know what a cut looks like. And I mean, I already knew all of that stuff. I'm not stupid. I've been around this game for a long time. But to have that relevant experience of today, not 11, 12 years ago. So, but I'm doing it for me. I told myself back in the day I would fight 3 times. And if I lost all 3 times, then, I would call it quits. So, for me, this is fulfilling a promise I made to myself, right? And some of you guys have heard my story and understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you respect it, awesome. If you think I'm an idiot, you're also probably right. I can't disagree with you there. Getting into a cage fight with a guy like Jeffrey Isham, given my experience and my age, and I hadn't trained in a gym in 10, 11 years. It's crazy to think that I'm gonna go in there and do what I'm gonna do, but it's not. Getting to the cage is a W for me, for real. Making weight, which like I said, I'm already there basically. Take a good poop and I'm there. You know. But yeah, getting to the cage is a W. Obviously, the goal is to win. I'm not coming in here to lose. I'm going in there to collect a W, and I know my opponent's not going to make it easy. He's not going to make it easy, but I'll tell you what, it's a win no matter what. It's a win no matter what. I'm okay with whatever the result may be. Like I said, we're going in there to collect a W. That is the intention. But we're well aware that this is MMA and anything could happen. Everybody's got a button, and mine could get pushed and I could go to sleep. I could break an arm. I could, anything could happen. It's a crazy, crazy sport. Absolutely wild sport. But I got to do it, man. I got to do it. I got to do this for me. And it'll make me feel better about myself in another 10 years where I'm like, man, I should have done it while I was younger. In a couple years, I'd have to do extra stuff with the commission, and I'm not about that life. I'm literally fighting at 155 pounds, so I don't have to cut weight. So, just October 28th over at the Celebrity Theater, which is by far my favorite venue for fights. It's going to be awesome. Fighting for RUF, they're the ones that got me my start in commentary, so it just makes sense. It just makes sense, and it feels right, so that's what we're doing. So, October 28th, Celebrity Theater, RUF 56. If you need tickets, I got some, you know what I mean? I got some. You can also check out the pay-per-view, and I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you. Look, give your pay-per-view credits to the other fighters. Give your pay-per-view credits to the other fighters, please. You know what? I'd rather see them get the points and the cash that goes along with that. It gives us a ching. So, any of the fighters, if you know me, that's great. If you don't know any of the other fighters, then just message me. Call me. I'll give you a list, and you can just drop a pen on it, and whatever the pen is pointing to, that's the one you're gonna pick. But give the pay-per-views to the fighters. If you're local here and you want to come and support me and you want a ticket, hit me up. I got you. But for really though, on the pay-per-view stuff, please support the other fighters. I would rather see them get the bag. I'd rather see them get the bag. I'll be honest with you. But I'm gonna probably do this regularly. I probably should have done it last night because I really got my butt kicked. But we're just gonna, take this not training session by training session. We'll go with that. So it'll be there. Hey man, I had a great day. Or more than likely, it's gonna be, yeah, I got my ass kicked again. But I'm enjoying the process. And CJ Pittman actually said something that kind of made me think about it a little bit differently, right? So there's the hammer and the nail. Yesterday, I was the nail. Everyone else was the hammer, right? Today, I was the nail. Everyone else was the hammer. Because them Muay Thai guys over at Undisputed, they don't play. But at least I wasn't the wood. CJ, that was pretty dang good, man. At least I wasn't the wood. I didn't get penetrated. I just got beat. You know what I mean? Well, careful now. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing this a little bit more regularly. It's not an interview, but I'll shout out my sponsors. Longest sponsor I've had, HK USA, my gloves, my shins, my puffies, my MMA, my pads, all that stuff. That's HK USA. I've got a code for that. It's HeadKick15, right? And it's a special code because I don't make any profits off of it. I don't make any profits off of it. I told him I don't want profits. Just make a code so people can save money getting your gear. and then we're cool. So that's what I did. Headkick15. Just go to hkusa.com, get what you need, use that code, save some cash, right? And then we've got Sacrifice Over Glory. Pretty dope guy, Cesar. I got some hats, I got some shirts, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do some other work with him. Against All Enemies out of Lake Havasu, Arizona. That's the gun shop, Pew Pew. So those guys, I've known Pat for 2, 3, 4, I don't even know how many years, because I don't live in years, I live in moments, right? He's got a really dope gun shop, and he's been supporting me doing this, actually more on the podcast side, right? And then when I was fighting, he's like, yeah, I'm game, I'm down, right? So check out Against All Enemies for all of your ammunition, your guns and all that stuff. And then Gladiator mouth guards, it's coming in, guys. I need to protect these dang things. I'm too old for this. So Gladiator mouth guards, they do custom work. So mine's going to be custom. It's going to be pretty sick. I kind of gave them a little bit of free reign on what to do because I trust them. They'll figure it out. And then U.S. Arms, that's kind of like a under the umbrella of Against All Enemies. It's their cases and stuff for your guns. And then 8 Count Marketing. That's Cutman Casey's deal. That's his marketing company. But he's the one that writes all my copy. So when you see these like well-worded posts instead of just my garbage, right? That's all 8 Count Marketing. So he does all my copy, and he supports me in that way. So we'll give him a shout as well. We work together. You know what I mean? We work together. And then for this fight, I also got Bisbee Breakfast Club, right? Down here in Tucson. They've got locations in, I think, Mesa and like actual Bisbee. But Sean Stone, cool dude, supported me through this thing in a special way. So we'll do some stuff with that. But yeah, I think that's it. I got maybe 1 or 2 more coming, hopefully, because I'd like to get everything printed sooner rather than later. But if you would also like to join, Pheno Cannabis. Pheno Cannabis is going to jump on. That's right. So we're going to talk about them too. Pheno Cannabis. I did a dope ass yesterday before sparring. I did a dope ass tour of their facility. Oh man, you want to talk about cool? I thought you only seen that stuff in movies. Now I saw it in real life. So go check out Pheno Cannabis. And like I said, if you want to jump on and sponsor, whatever, I'm cheap. You know what I mean? You don't have to give me $1 million. But let's show off your business. Let's get them some publicity, man, because it's going to be huge. All right. That's enough rambling for tonight. Like I said, after 10th Planet tomorrow, we'll jump on and we'll just talk about my experience and how much I got hurt. All right, guys. We're out of here. Until next time.